the things I need to do to actually sort stuff. Like, oh, Jesus. I was not doing anything. You did not catch me lacking. Shush. Well, hello, you wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you for actually clicking onto this. I didn't really think people would, but I'm really glad that you did. So, what is this video about then? Because, you know, you can see the title, a few quick messages. Whatever could that mean? Jeez, that could be anything, right? Well, since I do need to get a video like this out sooner, I've decided to scrap the other one that I had for later on and do this one now. Sorry, Starting Trackers. You see, I need to explain some things, like who I am, how my brain works, why some things take long, why I don't do kind of relationships of sorts, what's going on with the Danny channel, what's going on with my channel. Definitely my channel, because, you know, this is my channel. Wow. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy talk. I must be a complete lunatic. Anyway. Yeah, anyway. Let's just get straight to the point, because I don't want to bore you lot to death. Alrighty, so straight on to who I am exactly. I am a depressed being that masks. Usually what you will see is not the real me. It is more entertainment and fun me. It's not always fake or anything like that, but most of the time I do mask, and I will point that out because it might impact some videos and stuff later on, and other things like me slowing down with some projects and stuff that I'm already on, whether it's my own or my siblings. My sibling obviously understands this already, but I need you lot to be aware of this too, and making a proper video about it explains it in more detail. Continuing on, how am I exactly? Well, I'm a sensitive person when I don't appear to be usually. I usually don't appear to be all that sensitive, but if people know me, you know that I'm extremely sensitive. This is for many reasons, but it's mainly just because that's me. Other than that, I am also autistic. I suffer from anxiety and depression, so please don't just all of a sudden come up to me. Just like gradually like getting into a conversation, or then slowly come up to me if literally nothing's going on, because that's when you're most likely going to get a chance to talk with me. However, I will say this right now. I don't do friends or relationships, so don't expect anything like that. Don't expect me to friend or anything like that. I simply just want to do what I like. And if you lot expect that, I most appreciate it. Continuing on, I have attachment issues. I can't remember if I've said that already, so whatever. Let's just say that. I have very bad memory issues, so if I do forget something that I said I would do or something like that, remind me if you remember, because most likely I won't. No matter how well I try my best to remember things or write it down or something, I always forget, lose, or yeah, anything like that. So I appreciate if you lot could help me as I help, I don't know, entertain you lot or something. I'm just doing what I like here, man. What do you think? What do you expect, alright? I'm sorry. So other than that, yeah, emotional and possibly bipolar. I'm gonna say that I'm mildly, because that's what most people have said about me. It's not fully diagnosed. I can't remember if it is or not. So I'm just gonna say that it is. So just be advised that stuff like that is things you will need to keep in mind if you do try and talk to me. So yeah, I'm a depressed or happy being usually. So yeah, I can't help how I am. I do apologize. Alrighty, so how does my brain work? You know, you kind of need to know that as well as the disorders to get like time frames, understand and accept things, you know? So, long story short, complicated, but if I'm gonna do my best to explain it, a malfunctioning clock where it all of a sudden can skip parts or go backwards and all of that. Think of every single hour as like a different way of processing emotions, dealing with life, and all those sorts of issues, right? Every single one is completely different. I usually linger on to 2 or 3, but there are multiple choices that it can be. So one day I can be extremely good at something and really bad at other things. But most of all, they all have in common memory issues. I do apologize, so again, remind me if I forget things. Other than that, usually sometimes I can be a happy being and actually be happy. I can seem happy, but I'm just masking. I can try my best, but be depressed for like days, so hence I got like an emo-ish like avatar. But I like colors because blue's my favorite color, and I'm autistic, so it kind of like balances the whole happy, sad, kind of depressing shit. So yeah, and yeah, so that's kind of how my brain works. It's very weird. And it's not something I can truly explain. But that's the best way I can describe it. Sorry. Alright, so quickly, why don't I do friends or relationships? Because you know that people who do content creating would love to be friends with as many viewers and stuff as possible, right? It's like a great way to connect with people, obviously, especially on a social platform like VR chat. Ignoring all the weird, funny business that people do on it. Anyway, so why don't I? Well, simply put it, my trust in people has been completely broken. So what I do is I continue to do what I want, right? And the things that I need to do, but trying my best not to get attached to people because I get attached too quickly, as I've said with the attachment issues, and it can cause all sorts of drama because I kind of become like stalkerish and stuff. And although people say that they accept it, and some people say that they trust and all of that, usually they end up breaking it, and that's just from my experience. All right, you lot should do what you want. Don't take any advice or anything. I'm just simply stating that that's my opinion of people based on my own experiences. Alright, I must say, it is quite weird wearing this sort of avatar in a kid kind of thing, right? You know, with all the twisted and all the lore behind this game. But obviously, with my siblings' channel, the History of Garden View AU, I am the editor for it. And so I can tell you things that maybe you can't figure out, or all that's good stuff, because that's just how things do be. So, what is going on with that, yeah? Part 9 is currently in the works. As of recording this video, it is, what is it? Halfway done. You see, I've been really going for some kind of different things with this, and as long as it's agreed with my siblings' view with the lore, because obviously they're the ones doing it. I'm just the editor. I just give recommendations, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's always good to have more suggestions and ideas for things, and especially when you can tweak them. And trust me, I've added some decent stuff to this. But most of it, I must say, is because of my sibling. So please show them the love, not me. I just like to edit because I find it fun. Anyway, yeah, part 9 is currently in the works. I'm very happy with what I did for the music video because that kind of covers mine. Again, I will get onto my channel stuff after this. And yeah, I am really, really proud of myself for the content I'm doing. And the bloopers will probably be released like 2 weeks after part 9. Due to I'm trying to get part 9 out as soon as possible for all of you. And then you lot can watch the bloopers on my channel if you so wish. Although with the bloopers, obviously, they will be with the dirty avatars. I would just put the names of people, well, nicknames, so they don't get harassed. While, yeah, I mean, unless they're like publicly known and stuff, right? Like Plush Boys, I didn't hide their name because it's so simple. People could just type that in, boom, found him. So yeah. And by the way, thank you, Plush Boys. You were a great Roger and Part 8, I must say. You made some good moments in the bloopers too. So I do appreciate it. You were the inspiration that definitely got me wanting to create the bloopers. I must give you the credit for that. Let's now get onto my content. So, what about my content? Well, as I've said before, I'm going to be creating music covers. Now, the music covers are going to be at random, however, they create stories. I want to go for the main story, and I'm going to create mini stories as well. The main story will start off based on experiences, mini stories will be more fun and all that good stuff. And it's going to be a mixture of things like with these avatars, or things with, I don't know, some other avatars that I found that I like, which are completely different. Whether it's topics that I like Bending the Ink Machine, Freddy's, Has Been, all that good stuff. I'm not just putting it onto one thing, because especially when VR chat, you know, people don't like always seeing these avatars. I'm going to be honest. I like these avatars when they're like this, not the ones that all end up looking completely the same. So honestly, I must say, respect to Korn's avatars. I love them, especially with all the features they have on them. And if I could ever get like some like little things for my videos on them, that would be so good. But I don't know how to contact random people, and I don't friend random people because obviously, one, I don't do friends, and two, most people don't like getting random friends in this game. So if you do that to random people, don't do it. Don't harass people. Jeez, it's not even that difficult to do. You gotta be respectful, dude. Oh, and you know when I said that I do it at random? It's not entirely random. It, like, majority is, but it also isn't. Because you see, I listen to music all the time. And so when I listen to music, I think of little ideas. And since I've always wanted to do like covers for for music that I love since I was young, I decided why not? I've got my sibling full body, so I can use that until I can get my own. So if you want to help, please do. I always have the option available, but I'm not forcing anyone to, donate everything to me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put a gun to your head and be like, bitch, fucking donate to me, or I will murder your entire bloodline. Nah, 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 nah. I would never. I could never. Honestly, I care. Again, I care too much. I will let you lot do what you want with your own money, and obviously your own time and life in general. Don't do what people ask. Do what you want, unless it's illegal. In which case, go fuck yourself. But yeah, my music's not random. It's based on my mood, the songs that I'm listening to, whether I'm just going through my playlist on shuffle, and all factors like that. I know it's pretty weird and it's going to be annoying because you're going to have random things, but the best thing is that I can make them into the story. If they can fit into stories or mini stories, I will do that. And again, the stories that I create, they are not based on real events 100%. They based on all sorts of experiences, and whether I combine them together or twist them and all sorts of ideas, those are completely random. As long as they fit, or I can make them fit in somehow, some way, I will be liking it, and I will be enjoying it. Viewer discretion is advised. I will be talking about sensitive topics such as self-harm, depression, and even worse, like suicide. So I suggest that you click off if you cannot handle any of these, whether it's by choice or because you just can't. Because I know there's some people who seem to be okay but then end up not being okay with these. Please click off the video. If anyone really wants to stay, that is your choice, but I suggest that you don't watch unless you are genuinely okay with hearing these messages out. This name that I have for as nothing, slash nothingness, is a tribute to an old friend that I known for many years, but ended up taking their own life. You see, they had very horrible parents and stuff, and I eventually took this identity and made it my own, as it's one of the things that they said they wanted me to do, and I feel like it really means a lot to me, because I'm not exactly replacing them, because I made sure to, not be friends with anyone they were with before, and so I want to say thank you, because you helped me not through so many different times, and also that's why I don't like being nicknamed Not. It's not because I don't like it, it's because it reminds me of my fellow friend from who I went through so much shit with, but we stuck together until the very end, I guess. To DT and Dark, the two friends that they were with at the time and who I got to know, I do apologize. I may have done some terrible things because obviously I can't react properly or anything. I've never been good with emotions, and something like that just really does break someone. So I do apologize, and I hope that you two are doing well out there. I know that we didn't exactly end on the bestest of terms, and I know that, you ended up going for so long, DT. I hope you, Dark, and DT together now, or at least to get helping each other get through stuff, because I know that you had struggles, especially with your parents, DT, not allowing you to, process and deal with knowing someone that you cared for deeply ended up taking their own life. I do apologize for that. You should never have had to go through that, and I feel like I never should have had to. But you're the one I care about, even to this day. You and Dark together helped me get to this point where I am now. So I do appreciate it. We're no longer friends, and I know that we'll no longer talk. But if you ever end up stumbling across this video, I most appreciate everything that you ever did for me. So, yes, thank you so damn much. So yeah, that's why I've named nothing. That's why I've named nothingness. I know it's weird to say not because it could just be a shortened version for my name now. But remember, it's not because it's my name. It is theirs that I use as tribute. They mean that much to me. I must continue what they wanted because they wanted similar things to me. We were almost identical with voice and everything. So some people even thought that I was lying and that I was just pretending that someone died and it was always me. No, it was not. So everyone that knows, I'm still not fully used to VR chat and everything, and that would be why. I may seem to know my way around this app, but mainly it's because I just happen to figure it out. So yes, and again, thank you to DT and Dark for getting me through that difficult time. And again, that's also another reason why I mask. I can't control my emotions, and why things take time because I just need breaks over and over. I love this game, but sometimes it gets too much. And when people talk about other dead people who have taken their own lives as well, especially because people love to talk about this stuff to help them on the game like this, since it's a social platform and they can be therapeutic sometimes. Yes, it can be hard for me as well. So I wanted to make sure that you lot were aware to those who are still watching, and to say thank you to DT and Dark, and whatever you're doing now, I hope that you're doing well. I'm not going to add subtitles or anything, I'm just going to do cuts and simply do it as that because that's how this should go. It shouldn't be made special or anything, it should just be a genuine video about what am I doing here, because I'm trying my best, but at the end of the day, I am masking through it all. So I do apologize that you will get to see only one side of me mostly. If you ever see me in VR chat, beware that I could be in a good happy mood or anything. I could almost switch straight away out of nowhere. And I'm not doing it to be rude. I'm not always trying to mask through it. It's just something that sometimes happens. Like the way I think of life and emotions and process everything, it sometimes switches. So to all those watching still, thank you. And I hope that you all have a good one.